Vladimir Putin's story begins in the grim, post-war Leningrad. Born in 1952, his early life was far removed from the halls of power he would one day occupy. Growing up in a communal apartment sharing a kitchen with multiple families, young Vladimir experienced firsthand the hardships of Soviet life. This stark reality, however, was juxtaposed with the romantic allure of espionage. Spy films popular in the Soviet Union captivated Putin's imagination. They painted a world of intrigue, danger, and service to the state, a world that resonated deeply with the future Russian leader. These childhood fascinations would eventually shape Putin's destiny. He excelled in his studies, displaying a sharp intellect and a disciplined nature. His interest in the world of intelligence gathering only intensified. The KGB, the Soviet Union's formidable security agency, loomed large in his mind, representing the pinnacle of power and secrecy. Driven by ambition and a desire to serve his country, Putin set his sights on joining the ranks of the KGB. His dedication paid off. In 1975, he achieved his goal, entering the shadowy world of Soviet espionage. This marked the beginning of Putin's transformation from an ordinary boy from Leningrad into a formidable figure on the world stage. Putin's KGB career provided him with invaluable training and experience that would shape his worldview and leadership style. He honed his skills in observation, analysis, and manipulation, learning to navigate the treacherous currents of Soviet bureaucracy. His posting to Dresden, East Germany in the 1980s proved particularly formative. While the West experienced the cultural dynamism of the 1980s, Putin observed the growing cracks in the Soviet system firsthand. He witnessed the discontent simmering beneath the surface of East German society, the yearning for freedom and opportunity that the Berlin Wall could not contain. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, a pivotal moment in history, had a profound impact on Putin. The collapse of the Soviet Union followed soon after, leaving Putin disillusioned and searching for a new purpose. He returned to Russia, carrying with him the lessons learned from the ashes of the Soviet Empire. The experience instilled in him a deep-seated belief in the importance of strength, stability, and control, values that would come to define his leadership. After the Soviet Union's collapse, Putin's KGB background proved more valuable than ever. His skills, honed in the shadowy world of espionage, translated surprisingly well to the chaotic landscape of Russian politics. He began his political ascent in his hometown of St. Petersburg, working under Mayor Anatoly Sobchak. Putin's competence and discretion did not go unnoticed. His star continued to rise, and in 1996, he received a fateful summons to Moscow. He joined the administration of President Boris Yeltsin, a leader grappling with a crumbling economy and a resurgent sense of national humiliation. Putin's rise through the ranks was meteoric. His loyalty and efficiency impressed Yeltsin. In 1998, Putin was appointed head of the FSB, the KGB's successor agency. This was a position of immense power, granting him control over Russia's vast security apparatus. However, Putin's ambitions did not end there. He had his sights set on the ultimate prize, the presidency. In August 1999, in a move that shocked many, Boris Yeltsin appointed Vladimir Putin as Prime Minister of Russia. This was a calculated gamble by the ailing Yeltsin, who saw in Putin a successor capable of restoring order and stability to a nation teetering on the brink. Yeltsin's instincts proved correct. Putin, with his characteristic decisiveness, quickly consolidated his power. On December 31, 1999, in a surprise address to the nation, Yeltsin announced his resignation, effectively handing the reins of power to Putin. This marked the beginning of Putin's reign, a period marked by both impressive achievements and deep controversies. Putin, the former KGB officer, had become the undisputed leader of Russia. His rule has been characterized by a relentless pursuit of stability, a centralization of power, and a resurgence of Russian influence on the world stage. However, Putin's reign has also been marred by accusations of authoritarianism, human rights abuses, and a foreign policy that has increasingly isolated Russia from the West. As Putin's time in power stretches on, questions about his legacy and his eventual successor loom large. The future of Russia, it seems, remains inextricably intertwined with the enigmatic figure of Vladimir Putin,